Okay, we'll do this in the count of three. Everybody dig in here. Now the Marines have a motto. It's called Semper Fidelis. It means always faithful. Semper Fi. And so at the count of three, we're going to throw this dirt and start building this veterans home for everybody. 1, 2, 3.
Now, as a state with the 10th largest veteran population in the entire country, it is vital for our state to leverage the strengths that Illinois veterans bring home once they transition, whether it was from Vietnam, Korea, or to the recent wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. So on behalf of the nearly 1 million veterans and military families in the state of Illinois, as well as the 1,300 plus staff members of the Illinois Department of Veteran Affairs, we want to say thank you. Thank you for the support you have given us. Now, it is important to understand how the state leads when it comes to veteran issues. It is important to understand that under the leadership of this great governor standing next to me, we have been able to push the envelope forward. We have been able to accord programs and services for Illinois veterans that are found nowhere in other states. And I'm going to give you a list of how we have been able to lead in the country and how under the leadership of Governor Quinn, we've been able to push the envelope forward. Veterans cash, over $12 million have been accorded to veteran organizations. Tax credits for hiring veterans, $5,000, up to $5,000 in income tax credits for employers. The Welcome Heroes Loan Program that provides down payment assistance and below market rates for veterans looking and National Guard members looking to buy a home. Hiring events with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce where thousands of resumes have been collected and hundreds of hires have been, veterans have been hired. Just 50 last week on Thursday downtown. The Chicago Veterans Home, which has been instrumental with not only the design but the funding of this great home. Veteran Business Program, where contracts are being accorded to veteran-owned businesses. The Making Military Learning Count Initiative, where we are ensuring that folks who attained experience and learning in the military, whether it was as military medics or truck drivers, are able to come home and utilize that experience. Veteran coordinators, in-state tuition, and priority registration for student veterans across the state of Illinois. Veteran markers on driver's licenses, veteran courts, and so on and so on. So when the rubber hits the road, our governor has our back because he ensured that our folks are taken care of when they come home. And where the rubber meets the road, he ensured that our agency, the Illinois Department of Veteran Affairs, received additional staff and additional appropriations to ensure that we continue to provide the best care for our men and women throughout the state of Illinois. So he may not say so, but I will. Governor Pat Quinn is a champion of our community. He is a champion of change and a champion of those citizens who have borne the effects of war and battle. He is a true friend and a true kindred spirit. Please help me welcome the governor of the great state of Illinois, our friend, our champion, Governor Pat Quinn.
Thank you, Rodrigo. Thank you, Director Garcia. Director Rodrigo Garcia is a veteran, a Marine veteran. Grew up in Pilsen, and we're very proud to have him leading our state and helping our veterans. And we're here today for a solemn duty, a very important duty. Abraham Lincoln, who came from our state, said during the Civil War that it's the duty of all of us on the home front to take good care of those who have borne the battle and take care of their families. And it's very, very important as we dedicate and break ground today for an Illinois veterans home right here in the city of Chicago, that we remember Lincoln's words. We have veterans homes, long-term care veterans homes in our state, and they are very, very important. About 909 beds exist in those homes in Quincy, in LaSalle County, in Manteno, as well as in Anna in deep southern Illinois. But 60% of our veterans live in the Chicago metropolitan area. And we had to, and we said this 5 years ago, that we had to do something for long-term care veterans homes right here in metropolitan Chicago, near Heinz Veterans Hospital and facility, near mass transit, and it's very, very important that we go forward with this mission. It took a while, but we got the resources necessary, $70 million. The ground we're breaking today will build a 5-story veterans home, long-term care, for 200 veterans of our state who have served so honorably, who answered the call to duty, who said, "Here I am, take me," in the most important times of our country's history. And when those men and women get a little bit older, we want to make sure they have long-term care facilities that are top-notch, that are 21st century ready. And that's what we're building. It's going to create a lot of jobs just building this wonderful veterans home. But it's also going to be a place where there is care for those who have borne the battle. And it is very important, I think, in particular, some of our veterans have Alzheimer's, and it's important to have in this facility treatment and rooms for those who suffer from Alzheimer's, about 40 rooms. So we've worked together on this as a community, and I want to thank all of our veterans who are here today for your service to our country and for all of us, for our democracy. And that's why a veteran's home is so precious, so important to the people of the land of Lincoln. We have 4 already, but we need this other one here. We have to expand. We're going to give ourselves over 1,100 beds for our veterans, a 20% increase. And I think this is a very important statement by the people of Illinois to all of those who have answered the call to duty, who have served our country, worn the uniform of our country, to say thank you. There are no words in the English language that can, I think, match saying thank you to our veterans. You did the job. You did it for us. It's very important we not forget you at any time.
You know, it was in November of 2009 that Governor Quinn announced the site of this Illinois Veterans Home. Many of us stand here today participated in that press conference. In 2009, the unemployment rate for veterans was at its highest, and in 2010, the unemployment rate, according to the Department of Labor Statistics, was at 14.7%, which was unacceptable to the citizens and any veteran in the state of Illinois, and of course to Governor Quinn. Today, according to the Department of Labor Statistics, we're at about 6.2%. Although the struggle for veterans continues, it is a partnership with labor and government, in this case labor and Governor Quinn, that have wholeheartedly participated in making a change for our veterans' employment and now our veterans' housing. The men and women who have honorably served this great nation we call home have specific needs and deserve all the benefits the state of Illinois provides for them. This home is another space to ease the challenges of our veterans and their military families. This community will benefit with an increase of jobs, both in the construction industry and through the build of the home, as well as permanent jobs for this facility. Built for veterans, by veterans, maintained by veterans. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't get any better than that.
Well said, man.
From construction to healthcare jobs, this is another project Illinois will benefit from on many levels. In 2009, Governor Quinn made a promise to build this home, to build it with union labor and have veterans working and building side by side with you, organized labor, to build this home. Many of the employers that will be contracted to build this home hire veterans from the Teamsters Military Assistance Program and helmets to hard hats. Many of the contractors on this job are veteran-owned businesses who went through the formal process with the state of Illinois to become certified disabled veteran-owned businesses. I stand before you today with great pride and thanks to Governor Quinn for his commitment to our veterans and to labor. Today, on behalf of labor, we say thank you to our veterans, thank you to our state and Governor Quinn and his entire staff for following through on our promise to those who have made sacrifices by serving their country as well as the working families of Illinois. The Teamsters has had a great working relationship with Governor Quinn and the Illinois Department of Veteran Affairs. I'd like to thank IDVA Acting Director Rodrigo Garcia, our good friend Assistant Director Simon Ladarski, and I'd like to thank everyone in Veterans Affairs and state government that had a hand in this, and especially the citizens of Illinois that helped make it a reality. You know, in Vietnam, how you made it through was every morning you said a little prayer that you'd live long enough to see the sun go down. And at night you said a little prayer that you'd live long enough to see the sun come up again. We have veterans in many homes across the state who spend their days staring out a window watching time just slide by. This home will hopefully address the needs of some of these veterans and in some small way show Illinois' appreciation for their service. Thank you very much. Thank you, Governor Quinn.